So we're back with another episode of Wizard's Life, and we have a junior wizard with us. What junior wizard is that? A wit, which is a wizard in training, apparently.
Right.
So I like the outfit.
Yes, she's amazing.
So do we call her Wizzy or something like little?
She's a
Wizzy?
wizardess.
Wizardess.
Yeah. So wizard could be
Which
a
is
wizard.
where wizards get kids and they meet their wizardess and then they create little wizard people.
So she is amazing. Like like her insight is it's insane. Like she's trying to come up with some words. Like she's like, can you say the word pot? Can you say pot? No. She's working pot and black.
Black pot.
No. She's working on the pot calling the kettle black.
Ah. So okay. So little wizard kind of things.
Things, right? Like like
staff.
Right. So she's trying, like she's 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's forming words, but like her mother and grandmother, like if she doesn't, like if she has any drama,
GMW, Grandma Wizard.
Well, anyways, it's complicated, and so she will often not have the best. Like she's a little fussy or something, and her mother and grandmother.
I see why they have the pointed hat now.
Right. So her grandmother and her mother want her to be like a doll. Like if she has any type of issue, they're like, "Oh, you've got issue. Don't have drama." And it's like she's 2 years old.
There's drama.
I mean, why can a mother and a grandmother not understand that? Like they expect more from a 2-year-old than they do, from
a full-size wizard.
Right. Well, like a woman. Like how can a woman expect more from a 2-year-old than they do themselves?
It's complicated.
Have you not thought of these things?
I'm not the wizard. I don't think through all things.
So
that's why I'm here.
This is another one that's a stumper. It's like I don't understand.
A stumper.
Right, it's a stumper. It's like I don't understand.
A wizard term right there.
Like my best friend, he went ahead and when one of his children was a teenager, I think she was like 13 years old, and he's an international speaker and author. We're not talking about him, of course. But this guy, he's a genius.
Little wit's ready to roll.
Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I understand. You have
box, the wizard box.
What?
If she can go. I mean, if she wants to, she can go. Like it's fine. If you want to stay, you can stay. She's a wit. She's not governed by normal rules.
That's true.
Like if she wants to leave, she can leave. She doesn't have to be like a puppet.
Does the little wit have a hat or anything?
She doesn't like her hat.
The box.
The box.
What's in the wizard box? Okay, here we go.
Like now we're talking like that's
another box.
Anyways, see.
Hold on a minute.
I know, right?
What?
Who can capture the attention over than a wizard? But she can. Like she's a natural.
Another box.
So anyways, going back
go
to the 13-year-old. Oh my gracious! That's amazing! What a discovery! We've discovered empty space! That's so cool! Oh, you destroy it!
Ta-da!
Yeah. So my best friend, he's speaking in Disney World, and he gets a call from the in-laws.
I'm not qualified. Here, you have it to hand to her. Of course, it's a wizard thing. I wasn't handing the box right.
So,
I just had normal powers.
Right.
Like you.
And so...
Probably.
So I get calls from... So my best friend gets calls from the in-laws, and they're all upset with his 13-year-old daughter because his 13-year-old daughter just destroyed, with her words, Grandma.
Ah. That's bad.
Why?
Well, destroying grandmas are probably, as a general rule, not a good thing.
The last episode we talked about good destruction and bad.
So is this,
why do you automatically? Do you know why you automatically go ahead and do that?
Tell me.
is because when you were a little boy, this is something that nobody understands. Like even at churches. Like Pastor James, maybe that's why he got kicked out of his church. Because he was not saying anything, but he got up and he went ahead and said, he's like, if mama's not happy, nobody's happy.
I don't know where we're going. Go ahead.
So, I mean, is that the stupidest thing for women to go ahead and, like, they all laugh and they're like, oh, yeah. Like, why would a woman go ahead and have that kind of heresy, that kind of, like, what she's saying, that saying is saying, the world revolves around women and, you know, mom is everything, and if mom's not happy, nobody's happy. It's like, I thought you were supposed to be a good, mature, loving wife and mother, and the world didn't revolve around you. Don't you think if you think the world revolves around you, that all your kids are going to do? Like, I don't know, right?
No, you do know. You're the wizard.
It would seem like I do. So anyways, so I'm like, you know.
Little wizard wants something.
You know.
But go ahead. Don't.
It's okay.
Sorry I distracted you. Typical wit move.
Well, you know, she's intoxicating. So I go ahead, you know, my best friend goes ahead and his daughter's name was Katrina. So, you know, my best friend gets on the phone with Katrina and said, Katrina, I thought we talked about this. Like, why did you destroy Grandma? Like, we tried to you know, like, my best friend knew that this could happen because he's paying attention. So she, you know, apologized to my best friend and everything, and we come home, and, you know, so they come home and they're on, you know, my best friend's on the deck with the 13-year-old teenager. And he's like, Katrina, you know, why did you go ahead and destroy Grandma? And, you know, Katrina's like, well, because of this, this, and this, Dad.
Were they valid reasons?
And, well, you know, Grandma said that she was, you know, lazy, sloppy, you know, undisciplined teenager.
Was Grandma right?
Yeah. Do you know any teenagers?
A few.
You don't see them as sloppy, lazy, undisciplined?
There may be instances, of course.
Right, and so Grandma's just pointing out the truth. So what does my best friend do?
What does your best friend do?
He goes and says, well, Katrina, that's true. Right? Because it's true.
And then how did that teenager react to that?
My best friend was taken down so hard. Like,
let's rephrase it. What would the wizard have said?
well, I don't know. The wizard just looks in awe, you know, and so Katrina at 13, she just kind of cocked her head to the right, and she got this big smile. And she said, well, what I said to Grandma was true too, Dad. And it's like, well, Grandma can tell the truth, but you can't.
So,
I wonder why teenagers don't like adults. Like, how come Grandma can tell the truth and teenager can't?
why is that?
Because adults are stupid. Right? Right? Give me 5. Nice. I know, now you're getting into it. Like, oh my gracious. Like, everybody's watching me. So it's like adults don't think through things. So my best friend's mom calls him up and says, you know, Mark, it's like, you got to do something with your daughter. And Mark, my best friend, says, well, I mean, I get it. You know, yes, she's out of control. But Grandma went in and violated her based on going in her room. She didn't respect her.
Could be a wizard moment.
I mean, it's like, and so why don't you talk to, you know, why don't you talk to Grandma? Like, Grandma's talking together and stuff. I'm not going to talk to Grandma. Like, what is that? Like, how come adults expect kids to learn and teenagers to be open when adults aren't? Like, that seems stupid. So the teenagers are helpless. They just got to sit there realizing the adults are stupid. Again, parents, if you're subscribing to this, you're obviously not like that. Like, you listen to your kids, and if you're going to tell them the truth, that they're sloppy, lazy, undisciplined, and pathetic, then embrace it when they probably share that same thing with you. Like, wouldn't that make sense?
But what if you're not sloppy, lazy, and pathetic? What if you're hardworking, energetic, and trying to do the best you can for your family?
Are you all thinking what I'm thinking?
Probably not.
Have we talked about dimensional thinking yet?
How about we do that in the next episode?
Okay, because that'll give you the answer.
So wrap this one up. What's your theme here?
I mean, don't be stupid as a parent.
Don't be stupid as a parent. There's your words of wisdom from the wizard, and we'll put that as a wrap. If you liked what you see, or you don't like what you see, hit the like or the dislike button, and make sure you check out the
Always
Wizard's
the
Life
like!
description.
They don't. With the wizard, you do not hit dislike. Just don't even do it. Even if you dislike it, you like it because it's ahead and hit dislike. Because there's little wits that are in training that who knows what they're going to do. They'll find you. Just saying.
And that's a wrap.